Good afternoon, everyone. I will be speaking on behalf of the Arab group in New York. The group has met this morning to discuss the current situation in Gaza and the escalation of war in Gaza. And we have agreed as a group to work towards three key goals. The first goal is in the implementation of the resolution that was taken last Wednesday by the Ministerial Council of the Arab League, which is the first thing to end the conflict, to end war, and at least to find ways to reach a ceasefire. The second aspect is to facilitate humanitarian access into Gaza in order to avoid the calamity and the catastrophe that is happening now before our eyes. And the third aspect, in light of the recent developments regarding the issue of moving or transferring the Palestinian population in Gaza to the south, to work with the international community and the UN to stop such acts that will lead to mass displacement of the Palestinian population. We are talking about figures which are beyond 1.1, 1.2 million that are asked by the Israeli army to vacate North Gaza. This is mass transfer of population that the group in New York will be working with the United Nations and the international community to stop. I now give the floor to the permanent observer of Palestine, Dr. Riyad Mansour. Please go ahead.
I will start with Arabic. في البداية أود أن أعبر عن شكرنا الجزيل للأشقاء العرب بشكل جماعي دون استثناء أحد في وقفتهم المشرفة مع فلسطين وشعب فلسطين في هذه اللحظات، وشعبنا المنكوب في قطاع غزة يقف معهم بشكل موحد، معلنا أخي محمود رئيس المجموعة عن خطة تحرك لإنجاز 3 أهداف مهمة. أولاً وقف إطلاق النار فوراً، وقف العدوان على شعبنا. ثانياً توفير كل المستلزمات الإنسانية من الغذاء ومن الدواء ومن كل مقومات الحياة، كما أشار إلى ذلك كذلك الأمين العام للأمم المتحدة. وثالثاً يجب أن لا تسمح الإنسانية والأمم المتحدة إلى تكرار نكبة الشعب الفلسطيني التي تمت عام 48 من خلال التهجير الجماعي ل2,300,000 فلسطيني من قطاع غزة إلى خارج القطاع. الخيار الذي تعطيه سلطة الاحتلال لشعبنا في غزة إما الموت أو التهجير الجماعي، هذا وصمة عار في جبين الإنسانية والأمم المتحدة ومجلس الأمن. إن سمح له أن ينفذ، علينا جميعاً إيقاف مثل هذه الجريمة ضد الإنسانية التي يمكن أن تنفذ. وبعد أن ننتهي من هذا المؤتمر الصحفي معكم، وبعد أن ينتهي مجلس الأمن من أعماله في الجلسة المغلقة، سنبدأ في تنفيذ ما ذكره أخي محمود رئيس المجموعة العربية وسفير المملكة الأردنية الهاشمية في تنفيذ خطتنا باللقاء أولاً مع الأمين العام للأمم المتحدة الذي عليه مسؤولية أخلاقية أن يساهم بدور شخصي من موقع الأمين العام للأمم المتحدة في وقف هذا العدوان فوراً للسماح للمساعدات الإنسانية أن تتم. وكما قال إنه مستحيل أنك تنقل أكثر من 1,000,000 شخص في ظل ظروف الحرب من منطقة إلى منطقة أخرى في غزة، ولكن الجوهر هو نكبة جديدة للشعب الفلسطيني. عليه أن يلعب دوراً قيادياً مهماً في وقف هذه العملية الإجرامية ضد شعبنا الفلسطيني. هذا ما أردنا أن نقوله لكم، وباللغة الإنجليزية, I spoke to you in the morning. There are three things that we need to accomplish immediately. One, ceasefire. We are unified as an Arab group. For those who think that there is a single Arab, single diplomat that is not standing with Palestine at this moment, at this time, look at our unity, look at our strength, and look what we will be doing in the days to come. All of us are united to stop this carnage against the Palestinian people now, to allow for humanitarian assistance and passage to the people who need it, food, medicine, all the elements that is needed for staying alive. We need to save human lives, and we need to save it immediately. And the third thing that we need to do, we should not allow, as humans, and as defenders of international humanitarian law, and as UN, and as Security Council, to allow, after 75 years of our first Nakba, another Nakba to be fallen on our people by depopulating the Gaza Strip of its 2.3 million and to throw them outside to Egypt and to make it an Egyptian, problem. That should be rejected. Every and each one of us and each one of you and those who are listening to us inside to do everything possible not to allow this crime to happen. And let me at the end to say thank you to Egypt for opening Al Arish airport to allow for humanitarian assistance, which they started to receive in order to reach the people in Gaza. And thank you to our brother in Jordan, because His Majesty the King, with His Excellency the President of Egypt, along with President Abbas, all of them are doing everything that they can with the global leadership, including with Secretary of State Clinton, in order to Blinken, in order to tell Israel to stop this war immediately and to allow for the humanitarian assistance to take place, and not to allow them to implement ethnic cleansing against 2 million plus Palestinian civilians. And I thank you very much. With the Secretary General, we are going to meet with him at after 4:30, after they finish the meeting in the Security Council. We are going to ask him to use the power, the moral power of the office of the SG in order to help us to implement these 3-point plan: ceasefire, humanitarian assistance, and not to allow ethnic cleansing to take place.
Why there is no point where to free the hostage too?
That we are against, harming any civilians from anywhere. I think the ministerial meeting announced that in their position, and President Abbas, these are our, moral positions, and I believe that also that there are discussions regarding the issue that you raised. Thank you very much. If you want, try to see us after 4:30, after our meeting with the SG. Thank you.